WRL on top of breaking news this evening. At least one person was killed in a shooting at a Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl celebration. Good evening. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Deborah Morgan. 2 people are in custody tonight. We just heard that from the chief. 10 to 15 people were injured in that shooting as well. WRL's Ashley Rowe joins us now from the Live Center. Ashley, tell us about this brand new video you have in of the aftermath.
Well, this video, guys, gives you a real clear sense of just what kind of chaos ensued and as people were just trying to get to safety. This is a live picture. Before we get you that video, this is a live picture that gives you a sense of just how many police officers and law enforcement there are. This is one cluster. There's a lot of police tape around here. This is just one picture of the larger scale here that looks a whole lot like this. Law enforcement, this investigation is still very much active. So we just heard from the authorities, from the police chief and the mayor. Here's the new video that I wanted to show you. This shows you just the scene as things were trying to get under control, as victims were being taken into ambulances, a lot of police in the area, and then look at the ground. So much debris. It's as though the people, the thousands, tens of thousands of people who were participating in this parade as spectators for this event just took off, tried to run for safety, dropped all of their belongings. Getting you the very latest now on what we learned from the mayor and from the chief of police. We know one person has died. Up to 15 people are injured. The chief does not believe that the person who died is a child. A lot of schools were closed today so that the kids could participate in this parade, and that there were a lot of kids out there. But fortunately, the one person who died is not believed to be a child. We know at least 5 people are in the hospital. And look at the scene right here. There is a sniper on top of this building. We have seen a number of people, law enforcement, on top of buildings with their guns ready. The chief of police really summarizing her feelings as she was dealing with this, trying to have her officers render aid while also trying to contain the situation. Listen to this.
I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment.
At this point, we know 2 suspects are in custody. They've been detained for questioning. No charges at this time. Back to you.
All right, Ashley, thank you. And new within the last hour, WRL talked with 2 people who were at Union Station in Kansas City when those shots were fired. WRL's Chris Lovingood talked with them. Chris, I can only imagine how shocked they must have been.
I mean, and understandably so, Deborah. It was so jarring for them. But they also say they're upset that something like this would even happen during such a happy occasion. Georgia Meekins and Cameron Crawford say that they were down by Union Station, the building there, when this happened. And they're hearing from other friends that another friend was shot in the face, and they're planning to go to the hospital to visit that person. But I want you to hear from them directly what the situation was like when those shots were fired.
I started hearing like 8 gunshots on the left of me, like maybe about 50, 100 feet away from us. And then everybody started saying, they're shooting. And so that's when we started looking over in that direction, and we didn't see anything. And then people started running towards us. And then that's when, what happened after that? They started shooting from the other direction.
Now, behind them, you saw the sky that was there. That was because they were at the World War I Museum, which is right near Union Station. They kind of had a moment to show me where things were as this scene right here was unfolding. But again, Deborah, right now, they're really trying to hear from their friend to know how they're doing right now, as we heard again, between 10 to 15 people injured in this shooting.
And so hard to get any answers right now, but just incredible conversation. Chris, thank you. We will, of course, continue to monitor any breaking updates and tell them to you live on air in the WRL Live Center and online at WRL.com.